Hi, in this video I will discuss about DigitalOcean, which is a new cloud provider like Amazon, Rackspace, and Windows Azure. It is very interesting with this cloud provider because of the pricing that they have and how simple it is to use, which I'm very excited about. Um, so if you want to know about this cloud provider, you can go to www.digitalocean.com, and it's very easy to set up an account and start your instance. It's very simple actually, way simpler than I thought, which is why I'm making a video actually. Um, so they have pretty cheap pricing actually. So if you are just looking for a basic instance, you can start with $5 per month, $10 per month, and as you see there are like different options, and which is very cheap actually. If I compare with Amazon, uh, Windows Azure, and Software, Rackspace, I'm really liking the way they put things under the pricing section here. It's pretty simple to understand. You don't have to calculate how much you have to use and how much you might use. And the greatest thing is it comes with SSD disk, so which is very good actually. So I got an account created here, and I'm just gonna log in. So uh, excuse me, password. Okay, so right after I logged in, um, I got this dashboard here, um, which gives me information. There's some latency issue in the SGP region, which is really good. Singapore looks like having issue. So they have data center all over the place. Looks like. Um, to create an image, you just click on this create button here, right? And I can choose what I want. I can, choose a host name, my cloud, and I can choose a size. I'm gonna choose, the basic one, and I can choose my region here. So I'm just gonna choose San Francisco, and here I can choose what type of image do I want. There's also an interesting concept, which is the application. So they also have a platform as a service, so which is not, still in a beta stage, it looks like. But that's a great concept if you wanna play with the WordPress or GitLab. Try to know the GitHub stuff and Docker, LAMP stack. All kinds of things. You can start them right away and then play with them without going through the whole install process. I don't have any images at this point, so I'm just gonna choose CentOS because I like Rail-based distros. Um, Not that I don't like Ubuntu. I use Ubuntu for desktop, but for servers, I usually like CentOS. So I'm going to choose this. Okay. And enable VirtIO, which is a great thing as well. It provides enhanced network and disk IO throughput when it's enabled. It's like the virtual machine is aware of that it's running as a virtual machine, and enhanced for virtualized environment. I think they're using KVM, which is great for virtualization. Um, so I'm just gonna call it, my cloud.local. That's the host name. Gonna create a droplet. Okay. And see, they're giving a progress here. It's 57, and I got an email from them. Looks like. Okay, we're almost there. Unlike Amazon, they don't provide any DNS for the instances, I believe. You have to add your DNS records, um, which I'll show you a little bit. Okay, so it's done. Here's the status here, and it's the access. I can access the console if I wanted to. I can reset root password. Um, let me try that. An email will be sent to you. An email too. That's fine. I want to do that. And you can resize. That's another interesting option. So if you want to change your instance resource use, like want to upgrade the RAM and number of cores, you can do so. It's only 1 minute downtime, so they're gonna power off the server and the resize. For me, 512 megabyte here. It gives me the status here. That's good enough for my, and this is my IP address for my instance here. And then I can take snapshots, settings. I can check the IP information here, kernel information. That's pretty interesting actually. This will update your configuration, then power up the server so you can choose what kernel do you want to use, and it will basically power off the server. And actually I have to power up the server and then boot from the control panel, and the new kernel will be active. Okay, I guess I don't want to. Maybe some people might want to do that depending on what kernel they want to do, but I'm not gonna play with that. Recovery, I can also recover. Okay, so there's something I have to power it off, and then I can rename the host name. Oh, it's also generates a PTR record. Okay. The next one is the graphs, which is basically I don't have any information here at this point. I just powered it on, I guess. But the intention looks like it is basically give you some information about how much disk, CPU, and bandwidth you're using. Kind of monitor your instance. And then the last one is the destroy option. The thing that I like is the scrub data option. So if you wanna completely destroy your data, you can do so when you destroy an instance, which is really good for security actually. And it will write zeros to the partition, right? So that's pretty good. I take their word for it, but that's a great concept. And then rebuild is the basically I can rebuild the instance with something else. Okay, the images section here, snapshot, and if I have snapshots, then it'll show up here. Backups, if I do any backup, and then the most recent instance that I ran, I can actually restore it, and they don't charge anything for it, as far as I know. It's only for 48 hours, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but that's what I noticed, which is really good because I'm not paying for it, but I can still get back to my instance that I destroyed recently. SSH keys, what I generate probably the SSH keys for this instance looks like, so they have a steps here. If you want to make it more secure, you can just disable the interactive password login and then just enable SSH keys to access your instance and all. That's a good way to make it more secure, I believe. And then the billing information is I'm gonna go to my billing section, but that's where the billing information is. And support is I think. Okay, I don't have any tickets. I can create a ticket right from here, which is very great. DNS is the one where I can update my DNS information for the instance. So here's my PTR record and the IP address. Click on view. What does it show? It shows my instance. I can go back. This is where I can add my domain. So if I have my own domain, I can add that, and I can name it, IP address, and select the droplets. If I have multiple instances, I could select which one to point to, and that's what they do. So when you launch an instance on Amazon, it basically give you the DNS name, the long DNS name that you could use. Same with, I think, AWS. That's something different here. But at least, they're not expensive like the other ones. And the last one is good for automation. Probably would be, API access, which is really a good idea. Amazon does it already, but the way they present it here is pretty simple actually. Easy to get to know the API, and even they have a link for API here, which is really good. So let me go to my Droplet here. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a terminal and see if I can access my Droplet. Okay, so let me bring up my password here. So I'm gonna do SSH 198.199.101.187/root, and look at the password. Okay, I'm gonna enter my password. Okay, I had a record of it before. Let me. That's why it doesn't ask me the. Okay, yes. The password is. I'm not gonna say. I got it right, yeah. So here I am. Let me make it a little bigger here. As you can see, I just logged into my cloud. Yeah, so here's my cloud, so I can see it got the kernel information, and it's CentOS 6.5. I can ping Google. Yeah, I have internet access, and that's about it actually. See, the performance information is not bad. So that's pretty much it. I mean, if you are just looking for a basic server, just for yourself, what I'm planning to do is have my own private cloud, which I can manage. I can have set up a own cloud instance here, and have some sort of a some of my like a LAMP stack or something that I can play with. Play a Python. I can install Python here. Let me see if it comes with Python. Now I can have install Python here. Right. It's pretty good actually. The performance is bad. Now I can code Python here in this environment if I need to. That's pretty good. So that's about it. I'm gonna have a separate video. I'm gonna make it as my cloud desktop through installing. I will install GNOME and kind of enable VNC and say if we can get into this instance. So that's what I'm gonna do, a separate video on that. That way, wherever I go, I can, there are some places I go, I cannot access certain sites and certain applications. Then I could just connect to my cloud and just do those from my cloud system. So that's about it. Again, I'm really impressed with this DigitalOcean cloud provider, so that's why I made a video. Thank you. Enjoy.